Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing really well, and it's really nice that these restrictions have been lifted a bit so we can see just a bit more of each other. So I hope you're all staying connected with one another. I want to talk to you today about how to progress as a Christian. God has really been teaching me a lot in this time, just about what this looks like. And for a good 7 years of my Christian walk, I thought it must look a certain way, but God has been teaching me, but there's not just one way of how it can look. So for me, and I think this probably goes with like how I grew up and just my personality type a little bit, but I basically thought that to progress as a Christian, I always have to ask God, like, what can I work on today? You know, just really throwing myself into moving forward, changing my character, dealing with certain areas of my life, and just asking God those specific questions of how can I change in this area, what can I do in this area, and so on. And God has been teaching me recently to spend time with Him, just to enjoy Him, and that's quite new to me. Well, it kind of is new to me. I don't think I've ever just spent time to enjoy who He is, to enjoy His friendship, to enjoy His comfort. So that's been a different for me, and every day, because I'm so inclined to think like this, like, right, what can I work on today? And God's like, just spend time with me. And I think to myself, I'm not moving forward. I'm not, like, this is going to do nothing. And God immediately spoke to me, and He was just like, why do you think it's not going to do anything? Like, if you spend time with me, you will find out more of my character. You will find out who I am to His deepest depths. And if I know who that person is, then I can show that to others and teach others that area in life as well. And I think, well, I know that God has taught me that spending time with Him, like I spend time with friends, if you don't do that, say if I don't do that, we miss out on a huge area of God. We miss out on the blessing of just getting to know Him, just enjoying Him for who He is, for His presence, and what blessings that brings to our lives. And it's not coming to Him, praying, asking for things in my life, asking for things in other people's lives. It's coming to Him like I come to a friend and just talking with Him, talking about my day, and just listening for what God wants to speak to me through this, listening to how He's there for me in those times. So I just want to encourage people that progressing as a Christian doesn't just have to look one way that I always thought. It can look multiple different ways, and one of those ways that God is teaching me to do is to just be in His presence like a friend and just talk to Him about your day, and just see. I'll encourage you to do that and just see what God will speak to you about, like, in that area, because He will, and He will show you something. So yeah, I just thought I would share that of what God's doing in my life recently. It's definitely changing how I go about things, changing how I guess how I see God in a sense. But it is really exciting, and I'm definitely learning a lot. So yeah, I would just encourage you guys to do that. Anyway, peace out.